I pulled off the reservoir, and there's a lot of sediment inside here. And I look down here, I can see the spring down inside here, and it has a lot of sediment inside there too. It's real gritty gray stuff. So I'm gonna just clean this out. That's probably what contaminated it. Hey YouTube, it's capecodcuda, and this is my vtr1000. When I got the bike, the clutch wasn't engaging. You could pull the clutch in, put it in gear, with the bike running, she'd jump, and then just stall right out. The clutch wasn't engaging at all. So I started at the reservoir. This is the hydraulic clutch system. I started at the reservoir. I changed the fluid, and I bled the clutch line. Comes down to a slave cylinder down here. I bled it here, and I couldn't get any clutch lever. It wasn't tightening up. I didn't feel any tension in the handle, and so I took this piston apart and rebuilt that. You can see the other videos on that. And I blew air hose through here on both sides, make sure that there was no contamination or debris in there in the brake line. I took this whole clutch linkage apart, rebuilt it, cleaned it out, and you can see that on other videos too. And I cleaned out the bowl. And I was reading on a forum site on the hydraulic clutches, and you bleed it down here, but air gets trapped up here in this linkage, and you release this nut to let the air that gets trapped in here, and sure enough, I had a handle after that with the clutch, and the bike runs fine now. Another thing, when you're doing these hydraulic clutch systems, you have to turn the handlebars all the way to the right so that the reservoir sits even, because the bowl, you see this bowl's at an angle. If I have the handlebars the other way, because the bowl's not leveled at the bottom anyways, there's a hole, you'll start pulling air in the system. So you got to put the handlebars all the way to the right, make sure the fluid's up, and bleed it at both ends, and you'll have you should have a full lever, a lot of tension. But yeah, the bike runs fine, and I got a steel on it. I traded my